welcome to Tazama. Indoor climbing is a form of rock climbing that is performed on artificial structures and mimics the experience of outdoor climbing. Now today I am at Blue Sky Adventures in Parklands to explore the sport of indoor climbing. But before I do, join Maurice Onyango with our first story of the day, and he is going to tell us something about cricket I bet you did not know.
A few years ago, former Finance Minister Njero Githai suggested that Kenyans should diversify their eating habits by eating ants, rats, and roots as a way of fighting food insecurity and malnutrition. But this sparked a heated debate. Some argued that he was making fun out of a serious situation. But come to think of it, with a high rate of food insecurity in the country, is it a time for us as a people to invest in alternative foodstuff?
If there's no any other choice, I would go for rats or crickets. I won't starve to death.
There's no problem with that. So long as they are not poisonous and I can eat them, it's fine with me.
Something I've never eaten that is not supposed to be eaten, no, I can't eat.
According to the World Food Summit 1996, food security is described as when all people at all times have access to sufficient, safe, nutritious food to maintain a healthy and active life. As Kenyans still debate on whether to embrace alternative eating habits, some residents of Nyanza are already living it. This week, Tazama is in Bondo to find out how one farmer is rearing crickets in a bid to fight food insecurity. Meet Florence Awor, a resident of Majiwa who practices cricket farming. Florence learned about cricket farming after attending a workshop at the Jaramogi Odinga University, after which she was given a few crickets to start with.
We try to catch when we are weeding, and then we try to keep them, and we find they can survive very well.
She has been doing cricket farming for the past 2 years. She takes me through the process of harvesting and frying crickets. First, you boil water, then you pick the crickets and dip them into the boiling water.
So I just take them from here and then pull them.
This is to make them lifeless as well as remove any germs. After that, use a sieve to remove them from the boiling water into a dry plate or bowl. Then sort them out to ensure there's no dirt. Then let them cook for about 2 minutes until they are completely dry. Since crickets have their own fats, you just add a little cooking oil so that they do not stick on the cooking pot. Let them fry for some minutes until they turn brownish, then add salt and stir for about 3 minutes, after which you have your food ready to be served.
Watu nakuja hapa naona anataka kuanza, lakini wanasema hii ni kazi ngumu, Nyakindu hii ni kazi ngumu, lakini watafanya tu. Watafanya tu. Kwa maana hata watoto kama najaribu kidogo, watoto wanakula, watoto wote wa hapa anakula na sema hiyo ni mzuri sana.
Once we accept cricket as a normal food, not a bug that the former Westerners made us feel that you have to be very poor to eat insects. Once we overcome that stage, we shall be able to expand insects farming. And
Professor Monica Ayeko, Coordinator Food Security at Jaramogi Odinga University, has been championing for cricket farming to fight food insecurity.
Kenya Food Security Index is about 36. That is very, very low. So if we can break borders and bring in new ideas, new foods that will be nutritious and acceptable, we are going to at least increase our food index by at least 20.
A recent research done by Food and Agriculture Organization FAO revealed that people consume more than 1,900 insect species globally. The research, titled Edible Insects: Future Prospect for Food and Feed Security, acknowledges that insects are one major and readily available source of nutritious and protein-rich food.
Cricket has got complete set of amino acid, that is proteins. They have got carbohydrates. They have got minerals like the zinc, the copper, the iron. Crickets have got quite essential fatty acids that the body needs.
Professor Ayeko has introduced various cuisines made from crickets. This includes crushed cricket biscuits, cricket samosas, cricket fried rice, cookies, cricket fritters, among others. Insects are always considered a nuisance to human beings and a pest to crops and animals. But look here, I have a sandwich that has been made from crickets. This is something that you can make and have as lunch with a drink. And I'm told that it is very nutritious. And the taste, awesome.
Now this is Samson Mwangi, who is a manager here at Climb Blue Sky. Hi Samson, how are you?
I'm doing good.
Yes. Tell us a little bit about this place.
This place is Blue Sky Rock Climbing Gym, and it started like 1.5 years ago, November 2012. And it started as a place where the community can come and hang around, and we form relationship with them while we are climbing.
And is there a major difference between indoor and outdoor rock climbing?
Outdoor, it's not that safe, but indoor is really safe because we monitor our rock here and there. But remember, outdoor, the rock might fall, and when it falls, remember your life is at risk.
Very interesting knowledge indeed. Now join Sarah Mwangi with our second story of the day.
Garbage, waste, and more heaps of garbage. Walking along our estates, streets, and towns, this is a common sight. With an estimated 600 grams of waste attributed to each Nairobi resident and declaration of Dandora dump site full, is clear indication we have a waste disposal problem. However, all is not lost. There are two people in the country who have found ways of turning this garbage into treasure. I will be visiting Nyeri and Nakuru County to find out how they do this. We visit Restart Africa, an organization based in Gilgil in Nakuru County. They recycle waste papers and cartons which they collect from schools within their locality to make briquettes. Briquettes are an alternative form of fuel which resembles charcoal. Here we meet Kevin Karuga, a sociology graduate. Kevin finds treasure in papers and cartons dumped as waste.
Once tumecollect hizo takataka penye watu tunazitoa, unapataga kila kitu imemixiwa. Makaratasi ndani, paper bags ndani, hadi pampers, kila kitu, mangozi za mandizi, hizi peelings za any fruits, kila kitu kwa mix into one thing. And apparently atutumizo everything. So we have to separate them. We call it the sorting out process. So like saizi ukiangalia, that's what they're doing here. Wanatoa hizi boxes zinahitaji ndo zile zinawekwa ile upande hivi.
On a weekly basis, the group collects about 2 to 3 pickups of waste from schools within the locality. After sorting out the different types of waste papers, they then soak them in plain water to soften up. The soft papers are soaked in water for about an hour, while the cartons are soaked for a day. This is because they take different lengths of time to get ready for mashing.
So what we always do, we have easy drums mbili. Tunakuwaga ever full. So saizi wataingiza zote zinaweza kuwa soaked easily hiyo upande. This is take a lot of time to on this other side. Yeah, then we just use only water. In our liquid enye tuna mix kama part and parcel of the binder.
These mashed papers are then mixed with the special liquid and biomass waste from charcoal dust. A ratio of 1 for the waste paper, 1 for the binder, and 3 for the biomass is used. After putting these components together, they are mashed for about 3 minutes using a mortar and pestle to ensure a smooth paste is achieved.
This is the most core and the most fundamental part of everything. If you mess here, inamaanisha umemess kila kitu.
The mixture produced is then poured on a pipe 1 foot, which has the capacity of making 5 to 7 briquettes. The pipe is perforated to drip water out once pressed by the press machine. With this, the briquettes are now ready. They are dried in direct sunlight for about 2 to 3 days to make them ready for use. They supply these briquettes to schools, hotels, and institutions. We visited one of the institutions that uses these briquettes. Nancy, a cook here, had this to say about the briquettes.
Au tunaona ni advantage juu hakuna uchafuki. Ile chakula inaiva vizuri pole. Halafu tulikuwa tunakohoa sana juu ya moshi na kajiko ni kadogo.
A 2 kilogram container of briquettes costs 35 Kenya shillings, which is half the price of a similar amount of charcoal. These briquettes have been tested at the University of Nairobi and found safe for use. They burn for a longer time than charcoal, that is about 6 hours.
Haishiki ile nini ya black haishiki. So unaona hata kai ikishika kidogo tu moshi nini kidogo hivi ni kuosha tu na nini na kaskraba tu inatoka haraka.
Polythene bags are part of us, be it in the packaging of household foodstuffs such as sugar, milk, or even when picking stuff from the mama mboga. Waste, especially polythene bags, have caused soil degradation and poisoning. Michael Thenge from Nyeri County has found an innovative way to deal with these plastic wastes.
Sasa kitu ya kwanza ni kwenda kwa environment kuokota makaratasi.
After collecting the plastics along the roads and the nearby Dhunguma market, we head back to his workshop where it all takes place.
Ninafanya sorting, ninachagua.
During the sorting process, the clean plastics are separated from the very dirty ones. The harder plastic bottles are split using a panga. The dirty plastics are washed with plain water and put outside to dry in the sunlight.
Ninafungua hii mashini vizuri, ninaziweka hapo ndani. Hapa kuna gasket. Hiyo gasket inazuia hizo vapors zisitoke hapo ndani. Sasa ninafunga kabisa. Concept ni pasiwe na oxygen ndani yake.
The pyrolysis machine has a reactor inside made of stainless steel metal, as it is a good conductor of heat and does not burn. This process is basically a replica of the fractional distillation. While Kenya still faces a challenge in waste management, Sweden has run out of garbage and now they have to import. The country relies on waste to heat and provide electricity to thousands of homes.
Nikishamaliza kufunga kila kitu, nimehakikisha nimefunga kabisa, iko tight vizuri. Sasa ndio ninaenda kuwakisha stima. Hiyo ni hon.
This invention is still in the piloting stage and fortunately it's working. Michael is optimistic a well-wisher will fund him to make a bigger machine. The light gases emitted are collected in a jerrycan with water to avoid polluting the environment. Michael says if trapped, this gas can be used in cookers. And true to his word, the gas lights up when lit. This fuel has been tested by the Kenya Bureau of Standards, with results showing the product has a higher content of kerosene than any other fuel. Surprisingly, we managed to siphon some liquid from the machine. This fuel can be used to cook as kerosene and also powers engines. To test if indeed it can be used to power an engine, we tried it in a power saw. To confirm if indeed it can be used as kerosene, Michael pours the liquid in a stove and lights it up. We test if it can boil milk, and voila!
Hey, that was so fast. Now, if you thought it was a joke, this is milk that has been boiled using the fuel that Mr. Michael produces from plastics.
Ninaona hii project ikiwa commercial industry na ninaona ikiwa imeajiri over 1 million youth and women. That is my target.
Samson, tell me, what are these walls made of?
This wall is made of like a plywood, but behind it we have a lot of steel that we have welded and made on this shape. These are rope, and on each rope we have like 2 carabiners, these 2 metals, and also we have ATC, and ATC stands for air traffic control. So this is one like this is attached to the climber, and this is a person who is belaying. Belaying is the person who holds you while you are here, while you are climbing up to get to the top.
Tazama will now take a short break, but we will be back shortly. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Tazama. We are still here at Blue Sky Adventures, but before we learn anything more about indoor rock climbing, join Christine Maina, who is going to explore the world of astrology.
As we flip through the dailies, we sneak a peek at our horoscopes. For some, it may be a force of habit, while for others, it is a practice of divination. Divination is the practice of seeking knowledge of the future or the unknown by supernatural means, for example through astrology, palmistry, or numerology. We are at Car in General in Nairobi's industrial area, and we're about to sample the views of the staff here on what they think about horoscopes. So, what's your horoscope?
Libra. Scorpio.
I'm an Aquarius. My star is Capricorn.
Do you ever read about it?
Yeah, like weekly or so, just once in a while.
Long time ago, but nowadays, no.
Yeah, I do read it every time when I'm in a possession of a newspaper. I don't really, because I don't believe in such.
They're not godly, and I've never understood how it's like they prophesy, and it's only God who can prophesy your lives.
For some people, the belief in horoscopes goes above and beyond what is available in the papers. It goes deeper into the world of astrology. Meet Makarios Ouma, popularly known as Mwafrika. He subscribes to part of this conviction.
My horoscope is the Gemini, and according to that, the description of the Gemini is that the Gemini is a twins. The Gemini has 2 faces, and everyone sees a different face. Like, for example, a lot of people who've met Mwafrika, some will tell you that Mwafrika is this very talkative guy. Others will tell you that Mwafrika is this very quiet guy, because I show 2 faces. Depending on how much I know you, that's the face that I'll show you. So if it's someone that I don't know, I can't express myself, so I'll just be quiet. The Gemini does a lot, at the same time. So like other people might look at Mwafrika and be like, oh, look at him. He's 1 minute he's a rapper, the next minute he's working as a radio host, the next minute he's working as a TV host.
Mwafrika na leo tuko na Kisumu ndani ya nyumba.
People might say like, but at your age you should be married. Settling down is not one of our biggest qualities. It's something that we force ourselves into. But the way I believe in astrology is in a way of describing my character.
Whether or not you believe in horoscopes is one thing. There's another realm of divination that borrows from very simple and everyday encounters. We meet Dr. Prabha, a professional ophthalmologist who practices numerology.
Numerology is a science that teaches you about numbers. Science of numbers has been fascinating me from my childhood, actually. I remember even when I was a 13, 14-year-old girl, I used to read books on astrology, on palmistry, on numerology. Somehow I wanted to know the answers, why am I here? What is the purpose of my life? And it just continued like that. So studying this type of aspect, it's not about, it's not going against any religion or anything. It's to be conscious in how we are living.
For people who believe in numerology, numbers are not random. They hold meaning and can shape the course of a person's life.
Before you buy a car, you employ somebody, you move into our house, it really is not much of a problem to look at the number, to see what numbers are coming into your life. And somehow if it matches that the numbers are coming in your life which are harmonious with your own numbers, people say, oh, what a lucky person. How did this luck come about? Sometimes that's what numerology teaches you, that you can actually create your luck.
From numerology, we can learn about different personality types. The aim of knowing your personality is to understand the various aspects of your personality, the positive and the negative. There are 9 different personality types.
People with number 1 personality are people who are born on the 1st, 10th, 19th, and 28th of any month. So all this, when you add 8 plus 2, it becomes 10. That's again 1. 9 plus 1 is 10. So these are all the number 1 personality. Now the characters of number 1 personality are that they are leaders. They are people who can burn bridges behind and start something new. They have got unusual courage in them.
Another aspect of numerology is the destiny number. Dr. Prabha says this number highlights your destiny, your purpose in life, and your destination on the journey of life. I asked Dr. Prabha to calculate my destiny number. For this, she required my date of birth, which is the 9th of November, 1990.
You add 9 plus 11 plus 1990. So 9 plus 1 is 10, 11 plus 1 is 12, 12 plus 9 is 21, 30. So this adds up to, so as Christine is growing older, she is demonstrating unusual courage. She's like the Nelson Mandela of the world. She has got courage now. She's able to fight for her rights. She'll be able to fight for the rights of others. But it is possible that when she grows older and her destiny number comes in play, she will then become, she will like to have control and authority over people, but she might become she has the number of becoming a leader of the world as well.
Dr. Prabha has written several books on this branch of knowledge. For her, numbers are universal, mystical, and very significant in one's life.
So there is no religion to which numerology belongs. There's a religion of humanity. You can have an American number 4 person, you can have a Japanese 4 person, you have an Indian 4 person, you have a Kenyan 4 person, you have, these are numbers are all across the board. So it's all 9 different type of personalities and 9 different type of gifts from God that each child has got something different. Every number has got something different from others.
After all the information I've learned about indoor rock climbing, I think I have to participate. So that's it for Tazama this week. I really do hope you enjoyed the show. So for any feedback, kindly get back to us through the numbers on your screen. Till next week, catch us same time, same channel. Adios.